Hi guys, Ahmed here from ahmedelhouli.com. So, social media is all the rave. People are all on social media. Facebook has got billions of people on there. Instagram has got hundreds of millions. Snapchat's the same. LinkedIn, all our Facebook channels, all our social media channels are used for different purposes. Now, organizations tend to have some difficulty building a social media strategy that actually wins, and it has become an issue of recent times because there's so much content being thrown on social media. It's become really competitive. Organic reach has dropped everywhere, and everyone is fighting for the consumer's attention as they're flicking through their newsfeed. What's going to make them stop that flick or that scroll and dive into your content? So let's start up the very top. Number one. Now, you have to create goals that actually solve your organizational problems. When you're creating this strategy, that it needs to solve problems that your organization is facing. It needs to solve your biggest challenges. There needs to be a purpose why this strategy is going to be implemented and what problem is it going to solve. It needs to benefit the organization. That's a very important point because a lot of the times we post content but it's not working towards the end marketing goal. So then you have social media strategies going in one direction and you've got your actual marketing strategy going in a different direction, and we're all over the place. So everything needs to be heading in the same direction. So all your efforts are going towards one winning formula and one direction that's going to help your organization move forward. Number two, research your audience. Where are they on social media? Work with the platforms where your audience lives. Don't just post content everywhere. It's good to have an omnipresence, I totally understand. But if your resources are limited and you know that your audience is living in a certain place, then why not focus your efforts there and try and improve engagement and try and engage with your audience regularly? It's basically a no-brainer. Number three, you need to establish your metrics. So how do we know what a winning campaign is? Is it the amount of clicks we get? Is it the amount of likes we get? Is it the amount of shares we get? Is it the amount of hashtags we get? What's working for you? What's going to get you to the end goal? How are we going to achieve our goals and objectives? Number four, research your competitors. What are they doing on social? See what's going on. See what engagement they're getting. Just stay in touch. There's nothing wrong with seeing what's going on, what they're doing, what's working for them and what's not, and doing better. If they write an article, 5 tips how to build a social media strategy, you write an article, 10 tips. You know what I mean? So you need to stay in touch and send it to people or those that are sharing their articles. So there's many tactics that you can work with. Number 5, it's one of the most important ones actually. You need to build and curate social media content that your audience wants to see. Once again, all the steps before will basically guide you in the direction of building content that is going to be engaged with by your audience and people are going to want to see. As I said, as they're scrolling through your newsfeed, they're going to be seeing a lot of content. What's going to make them stop? What's going to make them click? What's going to make them read? Number 6, after you've done all that, you built the content, you spread it through the channels, you need to track and evaluate what's working and what's not. What's working and what's not. There's nothing wrong with adjusting. You can adjust your strategy. You can adjust anytime you need to if it's not working. Don't be shy to try different things. Test things regularly. Test things weekly. Don't be afraid to try things. That's the only way to find out and find things that are going to work for you and your organization. What works for you might not work for others, but as long as it works for you, that's all that counts. That's all from me. Thank you for joining me and all the best with building a